$4 a gallon. It's a Knoll. Not that you care. Anyways, it's my last week before I start a new job. I'm gonna be production manager for Arbor Well, meaning taking on a lot of responsibility. I'll be running 5 tree crews around the South Bay area of San Jose. And but this last week beforehand, I get to kind of go wild if I want. I called Mike up yesterday and asked him if he wanted to climb Positive Vibrations on the Incredible Hulk in the Sawtooth Range outside Bridgeport, California. And it's a dream route for me. It's been called one of the best routes in the world. And I don't know if I'll be able to climb it free or not, but I'll try my damn hardest. And I'll document the progress on the way. We'll see how it goes. I'm just leaving the Bay Area right now. Should take me about 4 or 5 hours to get to Bridgeport. And it's time for an adventure. All right. There's the Sawtooth Range. We're heading out of Bridgeport and going up to the Twin Lakes campground area. And then tonight we're gonna hike up and sleep at the base of the Incredible Hulk. There's Mike's car, following him in. Some cows. Good old cows. Big mountains. Alright, pack's on. Probably weighs like 50 pounds, which fucking sucks. But oh well. Got Mike over here getting ready. Already picked a tick off his back. Hopefully we can get out of here without getting bit. Didn't realize there were ticks up here. Oh well. There's the first view of it right there.
Oh my God.
Oh man, it's pretty up here. I'm feeling the elevation here. Coming up from sea level. We're well above 9,000 feet right now, but it's getting cool. We're up by the Outguard spires. We're almost to the bench where the Hulk is at. Alright, just gotta keep going. This is Screwfield. This has got a beautiful waterfall. Oh man. After hours of hiking, we are almost at the base of what I think is the most beautiful mountain in the world. Holy shit, the mosquitoes are gnarly. Made it up. That is an epic hike with a pack. Oh man. There it is. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little anxious. Super excited though. It's a total dream route. Whew. All right, gonna eat some food, get some rest, wake up early. There's gonna be multiple parties on there tomorrow, so hopefully not too much of a cluster, but whew. All right, we're here. Gonna camp here for the night. God, it's so beautiful. It's cold too. Temperature just dropped so fast. Already starting to shiver a little bit. Tomorrow, I climb Positive Vibrations right up the center. Just wolfing down some calories. Cheese, salami, carrots, M&Ms. after one of the roughest nights of sleep ever. Fucking mosquitoes were incessant. I just could not get comfortable. Altitude was kind of rough. I know for sure I've slept like after 3 a.m. So at least I got some good sleep. I had some weird ass dreams. But racking up. It's about 6:10, 6:20 in the morning. Let's go climb Positive Vibrations. There's Mike Lincoln, pitches 1 and 2.
Alright, climbing!
And then the climb began. The first pitch, or like 150-foot section, is pretty mellow. Some relatively straightforward blocky climbing to start out the day. Wasn't too bad. It was a good warm-up. There is one kind of awkward spot. I think it's rated 10A right here. You kind of have to go out and over this bulge, but this one here didn't give me any trouble. It was really solid holds. Some kind of smearing on the side wall. But everything felt pretty locker still at this point. And then some more fun. Like, really fun actually. Climbing up this first pitch. Some surprising in-cut holds. And it's just kind of moving up. And then here is the, they call it 10C tips, crux of the second pitch. This one I thought was actually really hard. One of the hardest cruxes in the whole route for me. I just had to crank off these tiny little fingertip jams and spread my feet out and smear on some really slippery footholds. I just have to commit to stepping up right over here. I did find a little oppositional hold over here on the left that helped me get up into it, which was really helpful. And then I really don't like finger locks, but you gotta just lock on it.
Okay, that was kind of hard.
Get your feet up high and stem out, and then not too bad. This looks up towards the third pitch, so that's like the roof that you have to go over, and then here I am above the roof, stepping into the 511A crux on the route.
Yep.
It's super exposed. You're standing right on the lip of that roof. And you just have to stem out and kind of trust your feet and just ooze your body weight from left to right here. You have these little crimps there that kind of help you with more balance than anything. But I just reached out over, realized I needed to get my feet a little bit better set, I think. There we go. And then by this point I actually was pretty tired, so these relatively straightforward overhanging locker hands were they were really tiring me out. The altitude starts creeping on you. So I kind of thrashed my way up here. I think I was even shaking a little bit at this point. And just like looking for a place to put some gear. I very likely could have fallen on that piece, so I took some time to make sure it was perfect because I figured it might get some use. And then you just kind of have to keep cranking. There's this undercling. That felt pretty good. Wasn't totally sure how to do this. Looks like there's some jugs up there, so you start thinking, how can I just get up high enough? And this is where I slipped. Yeah, there's my slip in slow-mo. But I did hang on and just kind of dangled there and got my feet pasted back on. But damn, my adrenaline went through the roof right here. I'm kind of struggling, but still hanging on. Not the cleanest of climbing, but at this point, I'm pretty much safe. I've got some jugs and some decent footholds. So here's Mike coming in and doing that same crux traverse move that you just saw through my eyes. You start on these flakes over there, and then just have a little foothold to paste your foot onto. And then it's all just a matter of just getting your body weight over to the right. Clean. Here's Mike on the next pitch here. It's kind of a lot of chimneying with some great protection points, lots of gear. It's kind of hard to see Mike, but if we zoom in, he's kind of surmounting the bulge in the middle of this thing. This pitch was pretty physical. It really had me breathing hard. And then this is me leading on the fifth pitch, which on the topo looks pretty mellow, but I found it to be like an absolute fight. I think it was just fatigue, really. None of the climbing was super difficult. It was just not totally straightforward and super exposed climbing at altitude, so it was just really hard. But I chose to leave kind of a longer clip in here for this pitch because this one really was a fight. There were a couple times for sure that I thought I was pumping off. I would just kind of shuffle around a little bit and find a little bit better jam and then hang on it. But this area here has some pretty good locker hands. With some kind of wide flaring feet that kind of beat up your feet a little bit. Big orange totem. These totems feel so good. They just feel like locked into the rock. Camelots are great too, and we used a ton of them, but if you can get a totem in there, it just feels so good. You feel safe. Ish. Let's put in some more gear. And then it's just keep twisting your feet in the crack, keep placing hands, just keep going. But I was super tired, so it wasn't nearly as straightforward as you'd think. Had to hang and rest for a little while on these jams. They were super good, but I just really was breathing hard. The shoes I'm wearing are Boreal Ballet Golds. They're like kind of an old schooly type with a board last, so I thought that would really help support my feet, and I know it did. But even so, like, they were comfortable and I wore them with socks, but oh man, by the top of this route, like, even at this point, my feet are starting to kind of swell up and feel painful. But you know, for these wider flaring cracks, you can just shove that board last in there and stand on it pretty well. So I was pretty damn impressed. I did slip a few times, which I'm not gonna blame the shoes for. But for an all-day shoe, like maybe a little more breaking in, and they're pretty good.
Holy shit.
Yeah, when I made it to this anchor, I was stoked. So Mike's moving up here, like, this is called the 6th pitch, but we broke it up into 2 for rope drag. But this is the first part, and it's this really cool dihedral pitch with some really technical stemming and this big dihedral on the left. And then you get up into this kind of overhanging hand crack in the corner, and you just lie back it and crank it. And you get up here. Well, here, this is my view as I get to the upper little lie back roof. More smearing, stemming. But this part was really cool. Just kind of smear your feet on these little footholds. And you just start cranking over this roof. This was cool. The exposure up here was wild. Then you have to kind of struggle through this groove. And this part, this was tiring. Some good jams back there, and you're just kind of heel toeing with your outside foot and jamming and stemming, but it's kind of like restrictive. I have a pack on, so I can't fully get my back in there as far as I want to.
You know if you want beta for the Duffy Bike.
Okay. Up rope. There we go. This is actually the team right behind us. This guy's name is Adam, and his partner's name is Elliot. And they were crushers. They climbed every pitch smoothly with a smile on their face. Up at this point, I was definitely I was tired, but still climbing pretty well. Here we are on top of the 6. I got it clean. Just 2 more pitches of 510 to the top. So stoked. We got this dude down here making his way up the crux.
What up?
Oh yeah.
Here we are on the Cush ledge, about 100 feet from the top. Adam pulling up. Mike's killing it today.
Fun day, man.
Eating carrots.
Yeah.
Wow. headed for it way down there. The last 100 feet were pretty mellow.
Serious?
But we made it up to the top of the route, and you know, we both climbed it free, so we're super psyched. But then we had to decide whether to go all the way up and over and then down the descent gully or try to navigate the rappels. And the rappels, we didn't really have a map for. We just knew that if you follow the line of the Venturi effect, you'll get down. And luckily we did. It took us like 10 rappels in 3 or 4 hours, but none of our ropes got stuck and we made it down. Oh man, we are safe back on the ground after rappelling the entire face. That was wild. That was the heaviest day in the mountains I've ever had. Huge thanks to this guy, Mike. Oh man, congratulations guys. This is Ethan, the party right behind us, and Adam on his way down.
Yeah, he was going kind of slow. This is why I figured I'd come get the rope back.
That was nice of you. That was nice of you. All right, well, congratulations, man.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
Well, that was easily the best day of rock climbing I've ever had in my whole life. It was just pitch after pitch after pitch of spectacular climbing. It went really well. I got the whole route clean, no falls, first try. But huge thank you to Mike. He led more pitches than I did. I led the first 511 crux, he led the second, but more than that, he led some of the really sustained 510 pitches up high. There were pitches that just went on and on and on, like 200 feet of splitter cracks. It was brutal, but in the best of ways. My feet are totally wiped out. They're totally swollen. But, oh man, I'm over the moon. I can't believe I actually got that route clean. It is a lifetime achievement for me. We'll see if I ever get to climb a route that good again. I mean, it was absolutely spectacular. The best rock climbing I've ever done. The best route I've ever done in the most spectacular setting with the best partner ever. Mike's the man, you know. I met him when he was 18 years old, and we've come a long ways and done a lot together. And this is my favorite thing we've ever done together. All right, well, man, thanks for watching. I'm just amazed. Look at that thing. It's huge. Our route went all the way up this thing right here. And then we rappelled all the way down here. Terrified the whole time we were gonna get our rope stuck. Wind was howling. I didn't break out the camera very much, a few times during that, but I'm so glad to be back on the ground safely. Oh man, now we get to hike out of here about 5 miles, but at least it's downhill and it's later in the evening, so it shouldn't be very hot. Anyways, mwah. Hiking out, it's about 8 o'clock. It's gonna take a couple hours. We'll be hiking in the dark. What an adventure, Mike.
Yeah, I know, right? That was awesome.
Smashed it.
Yeah.
Just gotta hike all the way out over there. I've made it back to the van, and I am so spent. That was so hard. Hiking down, it was just one foot after the other just to make it here. Oh man, I am not the young man I used to be, I think. Or I've just been lazy this last year and haven't been keeping up with my fitness. But either way, that was so fucking hard. Sorry for swearing, but oh man. Got back in here in the van, started to shiver because I'm totally out of energy. My feet are so sore. My back hurts from carrying that pack. But you know what? Totally worth it. I mean, that was outrageous. Just, I can't believe the position we were in. I mean, that is just a spectacular mountain to climb. All right, well, I think we're gonna hit the hot springs, soak our bones, and then get some sleep. All right, I'll talk to you soon. 6:30 in the morning after our big trip. Let's go sit in the hot spring. Well, we were too late last night to get any real food, but at least this morning we get some steak and eggs. Oh yeah. Oh man.